G'day folks, and welcome to another video on the Matterhorn Ranch. Today we're going to be doing one of our fantastic shield-borne cookouts. We're doing a nice Dutch oven stew. It's going to be a nice beef stew. You're probably wondering, why do we always call it the shield-borne cookout? Well, when your food is born on the shield, you enjoy it. We got a goat over here working hard, cleaning up the roughage for us, reclaiming some of our land. Over here we got our outdoor kitchen. Well, anyway, let's mosey on over and start the prep. Here's our shield-borne doggo, watching the world go by. Anyway, let's get on with this prep, folks. We'll see you in a second when we're set up. Alright, my friends, let's get back at it. So a lot of our food is born and raised on the Canadian shield. That's where we live. Grow and raise our potatoes up here. Grow and raise our onions up here. Even love a nice colorful carrot up here, the Canadian shield. We raise our own beef. And we source it from Pinocchio Hills also. Great pace to get grass-fed, free-range beef. You can't beat the flavor. You'll never find it in a grocery store like that. So for now, we're just going to dice up some potatoes, get those ready for putting into the stew. The scraps that we don't like for the animals. Chickens and goats. Pigs. Some of you more observant viewers might just be able to hear the rooster in the background. It's just one of many that we got. Just want to say thanks to you viewers for tuning in. You guys are fantastic. We're the best of the best when it comes to the viewers, because you tuned into the Matterhorn Ranch. And you're watching another one of our shield-borne cookout videos. So if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're curious to see what we're going to put up next time, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe and you'll find out soon once we upload another video. Not sure what the next one will be. Maybe it'll be the running of the chickens or something. For this, I like to cut my carrots on what's known as a paisan. Paisan is just a fancy way of saying a shaped cut. It's got various shapes within the cut. Back here, you runner. Maybe this carrot didn't want to get chopped up. He tried to run away, Go ahead and leave a comment if you think a purple carrot's going to turn the water purple. Tell me, do you think it will turn it purple or it won't turn it purple? ahead and comment below. I look forward to hearing from you, the most incredible viewers on YouTube. I'm sure you can hear Happy in the background, expressing his thanks for getting to eat all those weeds and roughage and shrubbage. You hear the little one? It's out there telling you how it's enjoying eating those weeds. Rough shrubbage. We got some fresh garlic here, folks. Go ahead and comment below how much garlic you think I'm going to put in here. Just a couple of cloves, half the bulb, the entire thing. How much garlic would you put in? I'm going to need one more container to hold my diced onion. We'll be right back. Alright. I suppose we'll just continue on and dice up some onions here. Two onions ought to be nice for a stew. I think 2 onions will do. Well, a couple things to remember when doing onions. Use a good sharp knife, and also wear your earplugs or work outside. Those onions, they always have the saddest stories that they tell, and they often bring you to tears. That's why I like working outside with onions, because then I don't have to listen to them. I can just focus on the birds chirping or the roosters crowing. there, folks. We do live our outdoors life up here on the ranch. When it comes to cleaning up garlic, there's several ways you can do it. Try and pop it off near the bottom with the root grows, so it's not attached anymore, and then you can peel the skin that way. And do it like that, but that's time consuming and difficult. Sometimes people like to use the side of the knife, smash at it. Try it like that, it's a little bit quicker and easier. What I've found just using the end of your cutting board also works if you don't have a big knife you can use. Try your cutting board. Works just as well. For those of you that only have a small paring knife or something available, you can still do your veg dice with a small paring knife. Works just as well. Just takes a little while. So in that case, you probably want to stick your garlic onto your cutting board. Give it a whack. You're good to go, right? See, it comes right apart, just like that. Just as easily as if you had a big knife. Somebody snoozing in the house, just apply pressure to it with your cutting board. You don't have to make a lot of noise. Cooking could be quiet. Well, that's a moldy piece. You don't want to use that. You know, they say when it comes to cooking, if you wouldn't eat it, don't use it. Well, there's exceptions to that rule. If you would eat it, you could still serve it even though you don't like it. So say you don't like onions, you just pretend, would I eat this onion if I ate onions? And then decide from there, yes, this is a good onion, I can still use it and serve it. Because you don't want to eat it, doesn't mean you don't have to use it. Just the garlic peels out of my fingers. Alright, well, we're almost through our veg dice. So, who actually thought that I was going to use the entire clove of garlic? All of it, like every bulb. so those of you who thought I was going to use it all, you're right. I did. Anyway, back to them carrots. Have they done anything to that water? What do you think they were going to do? You think they would stain it? You think they wouldn't stain it? Well, if you look at them, there's a nice colorful mix in there. The white potato, the yellow carrot, the purple carrot, the orange carrot, garlic and onions. Alright, my friends, now that we've finished with all of that, we can break out the meat. Remember, you don't want to do your meat till after you've done your vegetables. So if you do your meat first, then you have to scrub everything down again before you do your vegetables. If you do your vegetables first, you got nothing to worry about because there's no bacteria there. It's all vegetables. So now we're just going to cut up our stew and beef and get that going. In the meantime, my friends, we should probably pop on over and get that Dutch oven onto the fire so we can get some heat soaking into her. Let's get my watering container a little easier to access. There we go. Let's get that Dutch oven moved over and start warming her up so we can sweat off that beef. I'll be right back, my friends. Alright, my friends, now that we got the Dutch oven on there, let's wander on over and get this all set up. Let's see how she's a looking here. Oh, that looks like a nice setup, eh? Got the oven up over the fire. Now we're going to add ourselves some grapeseed oil. Why grapeseed, you're asking? Well, because grapeseed has a really high smoke point. You don't want to add too much of it, though. Just a little bit in the bottom. Well, the pan soaks up some heat over that fire. Anyway, let's get back to our prep, shall we? So anyway, the reason we use grapeseed oil in there is because grapeseed oil can get up to about 520 degrees Fahrenheit before it'll start to smoke. Which means that it has a really high smoke point. See, olive oil has a smoke point of around 300, 350. So it's a really low smoke point. So you don't want to use that when you're trying to get something hot and sweat it off. You want to use something with a really high smoke point, like an avocado oil or a grapeseed oil. I like grapeseed because it's really healthy for you. And it doesn't have a huge flavor profile to transfer into the food that you're cooking. Like an olive oil, it can be a strong flavor. Sometimes you want that olive flavor in what you're doing, so you use that type of oil. I don't want a strong flavor in the stew, so I'm not using a strong flavored oil. Does that get silver skin in it? Or is it tendon and sinew? Looks like it's just tendon and sinew. The kind of stuff that'll break down after about 4 hours in the stew pot. And the stuff that gives you that mouth texture that feels like jello. It's delicious. It's nice. I got my beef sourced from Pinocchio Hills this time. It's nice free-range grass-fed beef. It's finished on a sweet pea diet. It's a really, really good beef. I've never found anything like it in the grocery store because corn-fed, gross. Grass-fed is natural, so hey ho, now let's go. Some nice fat chunks on this beef. Those will render up beautifully. a lot of beef in your stew? Because I do. Nice big chunky beef. Fat. That's all these bits of fat that's left there, eh? That's all right. I can deal with that. Just a bit of fat. Alright. Now that we're done chopping off our meat, we're just about to clean up phase of our afternoon. First, let's get over here and start sauteing up some beef. And welcome back, my friends. We are ready to get this thing into the heat now. Grab ourselves a towel. As you can see, a little bit of smoke rolling up and out of it there. It's ready for the meat. Oh. Hear that sound? That's the sound of money, my friends. The sound of money. And this doggo gets a treat today. Give it a hold so we can get her moving. Alright, now that we've just added all that coal to that pan, it's going to require just a little bit more heat. The thing of it is, you don't want to add too much beef at once, because then you'll overload the pan and crowd it. It'll take way too long to get back up to the temperature you're looking for again. If you add a little bit and then a little bit more, you'll be able to keep it where you want it a lot quicker. Nice colors on there now. Alright, well, let's add another round of meat to it. Now we're just going to pop our lid on and just let her go for a little while. We'll check back in shortly. Just a quick stir check back. Oh yeah. Alright, my friends. A couple of 5 to 10 more minutes in there, she'll be ready for the next round of veg. It'll be like split second in your time. We'll see you right back there shortly. And alright, and we are back and we're ready to add the next couple of ingredients, which is all the good. Got them fantastic onions. Yeah, some nice fresh garlic. On the ranch, we go fresh. It's the only way we go. You know what they say, right? Go fresh or go away. Maybe I just invented that saying. Got onions and garlic in there. That working through a little bit. Sweat down your garlic and onions, get them a little bit opaque. You can somewhat see through. This would be a good time to add your rock salt too. We prefer to use sea salt. It's a nice coarse stuff. Rocky sea salt. It's good. It's great flavor. It's super healthy too. Lots of minerals and vitamins in there. Thing is, you want to pinch it and pour it onto your hand so you can control how much you put in. The fire needs a bit more flame. Flame up this fire a little bit, shall we? Leave the lid off her for a minute. Get her just a kicking. And we'll be right back in a second. You know what goes really good with beef? Fresh thyme. Stuff's delicious. I know some of you are like, that's not thyme, that's rosemary. For those of you that spotted that, you're absolutely right. That is rosemary. Even bending and breaking up the stem, throw that in. It's more flavor. Plus you can always pick it out after you're done too. It's a long stem, easy to find. If you bend and break the stem a bit, it helps bruise it and let out the flavor that you want in there. Nice and mixed in. See if we can find some of those. The onions are starting to get there now. You can see what they're looking like. They're getting a little more clear. So at that point, you want to start and add your celery, carrots, onions, potatoes. You already got your onions in there. So your celery, carrots, potatoes. The rest of what you'll use to make up your stew. All those good, fresh, true. Now at this point, you just want to give this a little bit of a mix. Don't be afraid to spin your Dutch oven on the chain. That's what the chain's there for, to assist you. You don't need to rip around your Dutch oven. Your Dutch oven can rip around for you. Now we're just going to add the rest of the water to it that we need to fill her off. And there it is, my friends, stew. You're like, that's it? Stew? Just about, yeah. Now you just had a bit of heat and time. And come back and enjoy. Alright, next time we lift that lid for you guys, those potatoes should be tender and we'll be halfway to a stew. We'll see you shortly. Alright, my friends, well, I'm just realizing this video is getting a little bit long on you. You've been patiently viewing through it all. Well, thanks for watching. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up at about this point. And we'll conclude with part 2, conclusion of the stew. And we'll have both videos hopefully uploaded together. Well, we'll see you for the finisher in the next one. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. You've been fantastic. Thanks for viewing.